We are part of the young adult ministry at Christ Church. We did grow up in this church, but then we were out of town for several years, and when we moved back to Chattanooga, we were looking for a place to tie in with Christ Church, and it just was kind of a natural transition for us just because we already had some connections there, and we knew that being part of a small group would be important.
I, during college, went to a very large congregation church in Birmingham, and it was so overwhelming with thousands of members, even though there were lots of small group options, to pick one and to stick with it. And since I went alone, I didn't know which groups to join, and I ended up leaving, and I knew nobody even knew I was gone.
We were in a church where we did not get plugged into a small group, and it made it hard. You know, that we still went to church, we went on Sundays, and that was all well and good, but we never really felt like we were a part of anything, and I think we just finally kind of drifted away from that church.
I think the best thing about our small group is the welcoming feeling that you get from the group. I feel like they do a really good job at seeking new faces out and making you feel welcome without making you feel pressured, and just helping you feel like you're welcome to do any or all of the activities that they have.
We play trivia on Tuesday nights at Mellow Mushroom. Sunday nights we'll get together and have a Bible study. We actually do studies in a couple different formats throughout the year. It's not really, we're not always in a book, we're not always just straight scripture, but we change it up a lot.
We have several activities that are usually spontaneous. We have a Facebook page that communicates all the events that we plan on doing. We have a lot of game nights on Friday nights, Saturdays and Sundays. A lot of times people play soccer or flag football at the church. We have fires a lot at our house.
Controlled fires.
Controlled fires at our house or somewhere else. The first time we found out that something was wrong and our road to having a baby would be longer than we had hoped, I had talked to Rebecca a little bit about that beforehand, and then she was at rehearsal for band when I got there, and she just gave me a hug, and that's all I needed.
It's just nice to know that you have people in your corner rooting for you. People who are willing to pray for you, willing to, talk to you and stuff is not going perfectly well. It was very encouraging.
I would say that small groups help connect you with people, aside from just the similarities you have in faith, to walk through life's events with.
Small groups are pretty critical, I think, for anybody that wants to really be a part of the church. It's too easy to come in and go through the motions on Sunday morning and then go home and, nobody sees you, nobody knows who you are. It's very possible to remain anonymous. And small groups are where that disappears. It's not as easy to remain anonymous, which can be, not so easy sometimes if that's not your thing, but if you're wanting to really get plugged in somewhere, then that's where you need to go.